But our top story tonight, the Income Tax Department has raided filmmaker Anurag Kashyap and actor Taapsee Pannu and two others for alleged tax evasion. But the raids have sparked off a political controversy. Remember, both Kashyap and Pannu have spoken out in support of the farmer protests and are seen as bitter critics of the Narendra Modi government. The opposition says this is part of the government's political vendetta. Sources in the tax department, however, say they have found a mismatch in the returns filed by the companies owned by the celebrities. It's our top story tonight.
Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap, outspoken critics of the Narendra Modi government. The two Bollywood celebs woke up to income tax raids on Wednesday morning. The taxman swooped down on 30 locations in Mumbai and Pune as part of their investigation into alleged tax evasion by production house Phantom Films and three other firms. Anurag Kashyap is one of the founders of Phantom Films, which was dissolved in 2018. The other founders, Madhu Mantena and Vikas Bahl, are also under tax lens. The income tax crackdown on Anurag Kashyap and Taapsee Pannu has sparked a major political controversy. The opposition has hit out at the BJP, calling it a bid to settle political scores.
लोकतंत्र में इस तरह का व्यवहार ये कभी भी नहीं हुआ जो आज मोदी सरकार देश में कर रही है। फिर किसानों के आंदोलन की भूमिका हो तो राष्ट्रध्वज लगाएंगे और उनकी सरकार की सच्चाई अगर जनता के सामने रखने की बात जो भी करेगा तो उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करने का जो अभियान मोदी सरकार ने शुरू की है उसका कांग्रेस जोरकोस से विरोध करती है।
पिछले कई दिनों से अनुराग कश्यप हो, तापसी हो, कहीं ना कहीं मोदी सरकार की नीतियों पे खुलकर कटाक्ष वो लोग कर रहे थे, आवाज़ उठा रहे थे। उन्हें दबाने के लिए इस तरह की कार्रवाई की गई है।
The government has dismissed charges of vendetta, accusing the opposition of seeing everything through the prism of politics.
ये तो सवाल उठाएंगे जब हमारे सुरक्षा बल आतंकवादियों का सफाया करेंगे, तब भी सबूत तो सवाल पूछते हैं। ये जब जो है वो हमारे देश के सम्मान, देश के स्वाभिमान की रक्षा होती है, तब भी जो है इनको लगता है कि इस पे भी जो है वो कुछ खोट है। तो इसलिए जो एजेंसियां हैं उनको स्वतंत्र ढंग से अपने काम करने देना चाहिए। इस तरह के बेवकूफियों के सवाल से कोई फायदा नहीं है।
The income tax raids right in the middle of the election season have raised questions regarding the timing of the action. Many have raised questions whether this is a wild goose chase or was there solid evidence warranting the raids. Though income tax sources have confirmed that there were discrepancies in the returns filed by the entities and individuals whose premises were searched. Only thorough evaluation, a detailed evaluation will confirm the total amount of income tax evaded. With Munish Pandey and Shruti Barjatia, this is Divesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
Let's raise therefore some very big questions right at the very top. Are the tax raids a bit to silence critics, to send a message out to all critics? Are the tax raids, on the other hand, based on hard evidence? Should the opposition wait for the probe to end? These are some of the questions that we'll raise. Joining me now is Priyanka Chaturvedi, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha Shiv Sena, Supriya Srinath, National Spokesperson of the Congress, Tuhin Sinha, author and leader of the BJP, and Shailesh Gandhi is Mumbai-based RTI activist and former Information Commissioner in the country. Appreciate all of you joining us here on the news today. I want to come to you, Priyanka Chaturvedi, first, because the Shiv Sena has taken the lead, the government in Maharashtra, in accusing the centre of misusing agencies to target Anurag Kashyap and Taapsee Pannu. But hasn't your own Sena-led government in Maharashtra targeted Kangana Ranaut by misusing municipal and police powers in Mumbai? To that extent, can the Shiv Sena take the moral high ground on this issue?
Actually, no, there is no comparison. Because what BMC did was to what it is responsible to do, which is to demolish illegal structures and demolish whether they are on the railway tracks, near the railway tracks, whether they are slums or whether they are high-end houses. BMC's job is not to see who are the celebrities' houses that they're demolishing if they've gone out of turn. And having said that, this is not about one individual. It is about a series that we are seeing across the country any non-BJP political party in power in a particular state sees central agencies being used by the Bharatiya Janata Party to create trouble. They've done that in Uttar Pradesh, they've patented this in West Bengal, they've tried to do this in Maharashtra, and they will continue to do this. They've tried to silence dissenting voices, whether it is of industrialists, whether it is of journalists, and Rajdeep, you should know that, and whether it is activists. They have done this all the time. And this is just a method that they have started using and patented, that they will try to silence any voice that speaks up against the government. And why should I not question this particular raid? Because it involves two individuals who have been pretty vocal in their criticism of the government.
You can question any raid, but you seem to suggest these two cases are different. That the Kangana case is very different from what's happening with the Shiv dealing with the Taapsee Pannu or Anurag Kashyap. But can anyone speak out against the Sena in Mumbai, not be threatened or intimidated? Isn't the misuse of state power part of the political playbook, whether in Mumbai or in Delhi?
I'm sorry, that's such a false comparison to make. Because every single day, all the thing that Bharatiya Janata Party does, and through its various mouthpieces, is to criticize the government of the state. They've done that by going to the governor. They have done that through protests during peak COVID time. They do this inside the assembly. So they've been doing this all the time. So what we did was something which is part of, like I said, part of the procedure, part of the responsibility that has been entrusted on the BMC. However, income tax, now please don't forget this, 2014, prior to 2014, Supreme Court had made an observation of CBI becoming a caged parrot. The Bharatiya Janata Party went about town talking about caged parrot, caged parrot, caged parrot. What have you done to the CBI now? What have you done to ED now, IT now, NCB now? They've become bonded laborers to this government. That wherever they are asked to go, they just pick up their bags and they go. Would want to know, there were many cases that they were involved in Maharashtra. What happened to those? ED notices were served to all political opponents in Maharashtra. What happened to that? So, using the selective ways and methods, it has, only exposed the Bharatiya Janata Party, and people will question this.
Tuhin Sinha respond, because really it is the BJP government, particularly at the center, that has to answer the questions today. The fact is that Taapsee Pannu spoke out in support of the farm protest. Anurag Kashyap has been speaking out a language against the government, whether it's on CAA, whether it's on farm protests. They seem to get raided. And they are high-profile raids, which are, we don't know what the income tax department has found, but it is selectively leaked that you've raided them, that you are looking at incriminating documents. It all seems as if you are sending out a message to critics of the government that if you criticize us, we'll send the income tax authorities after you.
Rajdeep, I have with me a 2012 video of director Anubhav Sinha. And this video is out in public domain, you can check it yourself, where he's explaining how black money is converted into white through the process of film production. Now, based on this video, let's suppose tomorrow the income tax authorities decide to investigate him or go after them. Will you then say that just because Anubhav Sinha has been critical of the government recently, that is the reason we've gone after him?
No, because
the income tax authorities conduct
it is stretching the incredulity of individuals to believe that out of all the dozens of producers, directors, or indeed actors in Bollywood, you have found Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap barely weeks after they have criticized your government on the farm protest. The coincidence, my friend, is what is troubling.
On the contrary, Rajdeep, there is a good number of, probably 50% of the Bollywood directors or actors are not very, are not pro-BJP. So if we had to go after them, I mean, we could have gone after you, Rajdeep. I'm assuming that you're a very honest person. That is precisely the reason.
No, you are welcome. You are welcome. The BJP government is welcome to check my tax records. You are welcome to do it. You've had 7 years. My point is, it's not about me. I'm asking about these two individuals. These are two high-profile individuals, Tuhin.
Based on suspicion. And mind you, if you have nothing to hide, you address the queries put forth to you. If tomorrow my premise would be raided, I would address the queries if I have nothing to hide.
No, my point is, out of all the film personalities, you have found Taapsee Pannu, who is one of the few actors in Bollywood who has spoken out. She spoke out against the manner in which celebrities seem to be tweeting in the same language. She spoke out in support of the farm protest. Anurag Kashyap, as I said, has been raising his voice against the government. It seems to the average person, it stretches the incredulity to believe that this is not a coincidence that suddenly the income tax department finds these two individuals.
Let me repeat this again, that there is a Bollywood underbelly which cannot be wished away. Now, I just spoke to you about a video of Anubhav Sinha. You can check it yourself. If, let's suppose, tomorrow, based upon that video, certain questions are posed to him, will you then again say that, it is because he has been critical of the government that we are questioning him? That video is out in public domain. The Bollywood underbelly is not something which can be wished away.
Sir, the Bollywood underbelly involves many, at the moment, they are innocent till proven guilty. Mr. Tuhin Sinha, Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap are innocent till proven guilty. I hope you accept that.
Absolutely. And if you have any information of some other, pro-BJP celebrities, please pass it on to the government. We will pursue that as well.
Okay, let me bring in Supriya Shrinate, because the Congress is claiming that this is part of political vendetta. Supriya Shrinate, many will say, as I said to the Shiv Sena leader as well, that the BJP is borrowing from the Congress playbook way back in the 70s. This was supposed to be the playbook of Indira and Sanjay Gandhi. Use the income tax authorities in particular to target your political rivals or those who speak out against you.
Before I say anything else, I would just tell Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah or whoever in the government is directing these things to happen, these are old scripts. Come up with new solutions. Come up with new scripts. Somebody who speaks against you, somebody who's critical of you, you keep sending your frontals. I no longer call them institutions or agencies. ED, CBI, NCB, the tax department. They're all frontals of the BJP today. That's what they appear to me. Because anybody who's critical, that's where the agencies land up. I mean, it could be if you actually ask me.
Have they borrowed from your playbook? Are you telling me that before 2014 this would not happen? Kishore Kumar most famously was raided when he spoke out against the emergency.
No, actually it wouldn't, and I think emergency has been laid bare by Sri Rahul Gandhi ji when he says that yes, we are sorry for the emergency. You've got to move ahead. You were supposed to be a party with a difference. Then why are you doing what you're doing? There were celebrities who kept tweeting about petrol prices way back in till 2014. We never selectively targeted them. We never let ED and CBI and IT land up. In fact, if you ask me, anybody who today speaks against this government and invites criticism, there is a very, very concerted effort to send out a message. Fall in line, otherwise this is what you will face. I see that with young women, young children, young students who are facing, UAPA charges, sedition charges. It's to tell the parents, make your children fall in line. Dissent will not be tolerated. And that is the message being given to the film industry as well. However, I think anybody who invites this criticism, anybody who invites agencies at their doorstep should actually wear it like a badge of honor, because you really are, you're full of valor, you're full of courage, you have a spine in an industry that is rather supine. I hate to say this, but I think it's important. You actually missed what the BJP spokesperson said. I mean, these veiled threats, we should come after you, we should do this. Why would you do any of that? And anybody who criticizes this government, Rajdeep, will be doubly sure and doubly careful about their income tax returns, about putting their house in order before they take on this government, because everybody knows what their playbook is. So, I mean, the selective targeting of people who speaks against them has to stop at some stage. Journalists, bureaucrats, activists, actors, this has to stop. And anybody who joins the BJP is absolutely purified. And I can go on naming people from Mukul Roy to Himanta Biswa Sarma. Anybody who joins them is squeaky clean just because you joined the BJP.
Allow Tuhin to respond, because both you and Priyanka Chaturvedi are targeting the BJP. Tuhin, you want to respond to that? Right. I come back to it. A lot of politics is about perception and optics, and the growing perception and optics, Tuhin, is that this government wants to clamp down on dissenters. Then whether it's a climate activist or whether like Disha Ravi, or whether it's even film personalities or journalists, that is the perception, that's the optics. It's not me saying it. Go across the world, read editorials, what they're saying at the moment.
Rajdeep, if you really want to give you examples of state vindictiveness, it was how my friend Arnab Goswami was dragged out of his house at 7 a.m. for a case which was closed after due
investigation. And what was Arnab doing to people in the garb of journalism?
Please don't interfere, ma'am. Secondly, I heard Priyanka ji say that Kangana Ranaut's office was ransacked under due process. Let me tell you over here that there was a stay order during the COVID time at that point of time, and no destruction or no, destruction had to take place by BMC till 30th
Sir, one wrong does not justify another. One act of vindictiveness does not justify another. You claimed you were a party with a difference. How are you a party with a difference? If you resort to the same vindictive policies using the IT.
We should not go after environmental activists who are, instead of producing toolkits for addressing the, crop burning issue, are producing toolkits to burn the country. Are you trying?
No, they're not. You are again misquoting the toolkit. Please don't misquote the toolkit.
Malified intent.
Don't lie.
No, that
Nothing
is
in that toolkit, according to the judgment by Justice Rana, says has
one by one.
that was violent.
The entire case is under investigation. You are not the investigating authority, so you should not sit in judgment over here.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me take that. No, that's a point which I want to. Just a minute, Supriya ji. I want to take this point to Shailesh Gandhi. Shailesh Gandhi, you've been an Central Information Commissioner. An income tax raid is conducted. Even as the raid is going on, the opposition is already crying foul, saying this is vendetta. Should they wait for the process to be complete, or is in India the punishment in the process? The fact that it is now, there'll be selective leaks, it takes months before we actually get any kind of adjudication, if at all. Is that the problem? Or should the opposition wait to see what the tax authorities have before commenting?
I think there are two fundamental problems which are not being addressed by the political panel. They're all good at saying this person is to blame, that person is to blame. The truth is that we are destroying institutions, and this has been there not just with this government, in the earlier government also. And instead of cage parrots, maybe now they've got his master voice. That may be a difference of degree. Yes, there is a clear perception that now people who speak against the government or speak in a manner that is not approved by the government are likely to be targeted. That is growing compared to the earlier periods. There's no denying that. And there are lots of cases. But this is also true of all the other political parties. The Karna Ranaut instance that you mentioned is one such instance, and there will be lots of others. I mean, if you get the political panelists to recount all of these, they'll probably spend the whole night.
So you believe all institutions are beholden to whichever party is in power? Am I correct?
Our process is the punishment. Our process never ends. In all advanced countries, court cases get over in a few months. Whereas we drag them on for years, our investigation go on for years. Therefore, the process becomes the punishment, and that is what is wrong. Institutions are being compromised. That is what is wrong. Okay. And unless we all address this, neither the media nor the political panelists are addressing it. And I think we need to think about India. We are not thinking of India.
I'll come to the question of how do you make the income tax authorities truly autonomous so they are not in a sense beholden to whichever party is in power. But Supriya Shrinate, you want to respond to that. The BJP will claim that during the Congress years agencies were called cage parrots. Today you are calling them bonded labor. What's the difference?
The difference can be explained at a much greater length. However, I would first want to correct one fact right here on a national television. Mr. Sinha kept on saying that the toolkit was prepared to spread violence. Justice Rana's verdict very clearly states there is not one word of violence in the toolkit that was prepared, and on the basis of which did Disha Ravi actually get paid.
Point taken. Now you answer my question.
Yes, I will. I also want to say one more thing. It's not just the process that one has to undergo through these agencies, but the reputation assassination that happens. I mean, he named Arnab Goswami. What was he doing in the garb of journalism? Assassinating reputations left, right, and center. What sort of media trial happens in this country? Look at the kind of things being said on social media about these two individuals who've been raided today. And I'm sorry to say, you can't keep looking, and I will quote Rahul Gandhi on this, you can't keep looking in the rearview mirror. I don't think institutions have been as systematically eroded or undermined as this government is doing. I say this with all responsibility and honesty. I place my hand on my heart.
So you're saying don't look at the rear view mirror. You're saying forget the past, look to the future, forget all that we did that was wrong.
No,
just look to the future. That's essentially what you're saying.
I am saying there has been a systematic erosion and undermining of institutions, and we are seeing a complete decay of institutions like income tax, because these are all being used as frontals of the BJP to settle political scores, to make people switch to your side, Send an ED, send a CBI, send an income tax. A month later, the man switches to BJP. Everything is forgotten. He's squeaky clean. All the cases are buried. Yedurappa, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Hemant Biswa Sarma, Mukul Roy. I mean, how do people do? I keep blaming. Keep naming. There are people who are all facing charges. Have you heard anything against them in any of the recent past? No, you will not, because they're standing with the BJP today.
Tuhin Sinha, somewhere you will have to answer this question. The BJP claimed that they were going to be a party with a difference. In the last few years, what we are now seeing, particularly when it's coming to the use of agencies, you are no different. If anything, according to the Congress, you are much worse because you are more brazen about it. Anyone switches to the BJP, they become pure like Ganga Jal. While they are in the opposition, they can be easily targeted. I mean, it's so open.
Why we are different, despite ample evidence of misappropriation of funds in the National Herald case, we have not gone after the Gandhis with the kind of vengeance which we should have gone after if we were really, we were really vindicated.
Feel free to go after them. You have no basis for the case. You can't.
The process of law is being duly followed in the case. Let me just reassure you that in this era, if you don't peddle in drugs, the NCB will have no reason to reach your doorstep. If you don't evade taxes, the tax authorities will have no reason to reach your doorstep. But yes, the high and the mighty who have been protected for decades are facing the music.
No, but how come the high and the mighty? How come when the high and the mighty join your party, they become pure like Ganga Jal? How come the same high and mighty Tuhin Sinha, when they join your government, all is well?
No, that is not the case. In Bengal, I can tell you there are so many TMC leaders who want to join the BJP, and we have not been taking them because of their flawed credentials. So that is certainly not the case.
Okay, Priyanka Chaturvedi, the BJP is saying, and Shiv Sena has been an ally of the BJP, they say the opposition today sees everything through the prism of politics. That they claim the raids are based on assessment of the agencies. In fact, the agencies through sources say that they are looking at the manner in which certain income tax returns were filed. Allegedly, some parts were kept hidden. They claim the party has nothing to do with it. The income tax department is carrying out these raids. Do you buy that argument or you don't buy it?
No, I'm not. And it's actually the Bharatiya Janata Party which assesses every IT assessee also from the prism of politics. That today when an environmentalist speaks about standing in support of farmers, she's arrested, a 19-year-old is arrested, and you saw what happened in the Supreme Court with regards to that particular arrest. When a journalist speaks up, he's taken off air. You know that. When activists speak up, they are made to face the I would say whatever the misgivings and directed government. So this continues to become a pattern. IT agencies have been used for various political opponents. They've used for businessmen to silence them. So there's a pattern. There is no and there's no denying that. Nobody in this country can deny this entire pattern that we have been seeing across spectrum as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. They become absolutely intolerant to criticism.
Priyanka Chaturvedi, these are celebrities, not active politicians. How does the BJP benefit if they are falsely raiding a Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap, who are, for their generation, very popular figures? Why would they carry out a false raid?
That's what you would want to believe, and that's what I was trying to make my point. It is not just limited to political opponents. It has reached up to the extent that anybody who speaks against the Bharatiya Janata Party, anybody who makes a case against the BJP and speaks vocally about it and manages to gather some support voices in dissent, they will silence those voices. This is a mechanism not just to threaten the political opponents or silence the political opposition, but this is also a method and tool that is now being used, I would say, freely to silence voices of dissent. This happens to be one of them. These are two names who have been speaking up constantly on social media platforms. What do? You try to silence them, and this is the best method that they have patented to silence these voices.
The problem.
And why should I not question? I'm not here to give a clean sheet to anybody. But why should we not? And doesn't it become the responsibility of the opposition to question the reason behind these IT raids?
I know these are not politicians, Tuhin Sinha, but if I go through the list since 2019 of all the major high-profile raids or so-called high-profile raids, they're all on the BJP's political rivals. Senior NCP leader Hassan Mushrif, Kani Modi, Kamal Nath, Kailash Gelot, Naresh Balyan or Kamal Nath's nephew, DK Shiv Kumar, Shailesh Patil, the firms linked to P. Chidambaram's son, Kartik. Now, it appears only the opposition seems to be in the sort of web of the income tax. Government mein sab doodh ke dule hue hain. Is that what you are saying? Ki everyone in government is very pure.
Do you remember Kirit Somaiya ji? Kirit Somaiya ji in the last 1 month has been holding regular press conferences leveling certain allegations against the Maharashtra CM. Have we gone after him? The law is taking its own course. The authorities are doing after their job. So you to just make these absurd allegations.
How come in the last 7 years no one from the government has ever, are you telling me I come back, everyone in the government दूध से धुले हुए हैं?
वो तो कहीं पर भी धुले हुए नहीं है, वो मीडिया में भी नहीं है, वो सरकार में भी नहीं होंगे, लेकिन इस सरकार की मंशा साफ है। अगर आप ड्रग्स में डील नहीं करते हैं तो एनसीबी को आपके घर आने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं होगी। अगर आप टैक्स इवेड नहीं करते हैं तो आपके घर पे नहीं पहुंचेंगी।
Okay, Supriya Shine, let me, before I go to Shailesh Gandhi for a final word, let me ask you this. Is the Congress going to make this an issue? Because the fact is the perception out, despite all that you raise, the average person doesn't seem to be affected. I mean, I'm now looking at it purely in electoral terms. In electoral terms, if the BJP wins election after election, they feel all is well.
Well, before I answer that, Mr. Sinha, Pamela Goswami of the BJP and of course now Rakesh Singh accused of possessing 100 grams of cocaine. Where was the NCB? Why were they sleeping and why did they not land in Kolkata just like they did in Mumbai? Is a question that your government needs to answer. She was a very tall leader of the youth wing in the West Bengal BJP. So answer some questions of yourself. She was not found with marijuana, 100 grams of cocaine. Having said that, Rajdeep, winning elections or electoral politics is one such thing. But if people in this country, activists, bureaucrats, academicians, journalists, journalists have been facing sedition charges for reporting that schools in Mirzapur were serving salt and roti. Journalists have been facing sedition and UAPA charges because it was reported that a minor girl was being made to mop the floors during Corona while her mother was admitted in Devariya. Supriya Sharma, Wire, Siddharth Vardhan, I can go on. And they face sedition charges. They don't face minor charges. At some stage, electoral politics will have to be kept away from actually fighting. And Rahul Gandhi rightly says that we are no longer fighting for politics. We are fighting for this country.
Okay.
And this war will have to be fought at the highest pitch possible.
I want to give you, Shailesh Gandhi, a final view. What's the solution? Let's be clear. The income tax authorities are facing the charge that they are used as the sort of bloodhounds of the government in power, whichever it be. What's the solution?
Is any political party willing to stop this unfortunate game?
How do you give me a solution?
One of the journalists have mentioned, one of the top journalists of this country was taken off air. On the other hand, another journalist, whether you agree with him or not, was taken by the police in an early morning swoop, both of which were unwarranted. And these were done by two political parties who are opposing each other today. This is the story of India. Whether it's the Congress or the BJP, and the Congress is equally responsible. At least those parties that are in opposition in the center, where they are ruling in the states, need to think of it differently and say we are all going to keep changing our positions.
Okay. Unless opposition
become less.
I come back to it. Where you stand depends on where you sit. When you come to power, you do exactly what you oppose when you're in opposition. Today, the BJP is in power, and it is therefore the responsibility of the BJP to ensure the autonomy of agencies and not use them to target political rivals or indeed those who speak out against them. We'll wait to see what comes out of this case.
Can we think of India? Can these parties think about India as a country? Or is it just something which has no meaning for them?
Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there at the moment. We hope that institutional integrity is protected and we hope that the process is not the punishment. That's the worry in India, that the process becomes the punishment. What happens if tomorrow Taapsee and Anurag Kashyap are found to be completely free of charges? Who will thereby restore their reputations is a question that should be also answered. Thank you all very much for joining me here on my top talking point.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.